guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Tuesday, July the 3rd, and I just want to wish you all a very happy 4th of July. So I hope that you have some picnics planned and time to spend with your family and places to go, going to the beach, going swimming. I'll walk down to the beach tomorrow and check it out and see what all's going on at the Asbury Park Boardwalk. But I just want to welcome you back. And today's story is going to be a tale of when I was actually pregnant with my second child, Jeremy, and I had gotten some unwanted attention. I don't really think it would be called sexual harassment. Maybe in nowadays term it would, but and I will probably laugh about it, but that does not mean that I take lightly sexual harassment or sexual abuse of any kind in the workplace or anywhere else. So just because I laugh about it, it's mainly my response to what happened at that time. So if any of you are suffering from someone in your workplace or a neighbor or someone, maybe even somebody in the church, you just never know who might be trying to hit on you. Don't put up with it. Don't tolerate it. So here's my story. All right, so I was pregnant with Jeremy, and remember I had told y'all that, I started clenching my teeth because of all the stress that I was under from John's drinking. So there was this dentist that had just opened up a new office there on Slimmer Road. So I made an appointment with him. I really didn't know much about him. I just knew that he was just out of dental school. So I went in there to see him, and so I was sitting in the dental chair, and I was telling him, I'm clenching at night, and I'm having all this, they called it temporomandibular jaw pain, or TMJ. So he said, oh, well, there was this new technique that he had learned, that was new. He had just learned it in dental school and everything. And what it is, he was going to mix up this chemical compound and then put it on my teeth, and then I was to bite down, and then he would remove it and then make me a night guard or something to wear on my teeth at night so that I wouldn't be clenching so hard. Well, during the time that he was examining me and everything, he kept, rubbing his arm up against my breast. And, I kept trying to scoot over in the chair. I was just in that little dental chair, and I couldn't get over any further. And, didn't know what to say, what to do. I just kept trying to get away from him. Well, in the meantime, he mixed up that chemical, and that stuff was hot, y'all. When he put it in my mouth, it started making this chemical reaction and sizzling sound and everything, and I was going, So he started, trying to get it off my teeth, and it would not come off. Well, by then, I could see the frantic and fear in his eyes. So he totally forgot about trying to flirt with me and rub his arm up against my breast. Oh, he was trying so hard. So he took that little metal tool and finally got some suction down in there and was able to get that darn chemical reaction bite guard thing off my tooth. So I got up from there and I left. I never went back. So also another time, y'all know I was babysitting during that time, and there was this young couple that had moved into one of the apartments down the street from us, and he was an ophthalmologist. Is that? Yeah, the eye doctor, ophthalmologist, I think is what they're called. He was a young doctor, and she was a young wife. They had a little boy about 6 months old, and she worked in the office with him, and she was really pretty. I don't remember her name or his name, but she had real pretty blonde hair and big blue eyes, and they were just an adorable young couple. And, I was pregnant. I was pregnant with Jeremy, probably 6-7 months pregnant. Well, one day he calls me up on the phone and starts flirting with me and asking me did I want to get together with him. And my first response was, well, I'm pregnant. I was just caught off guard and shocked. I wasn't even prepared with a comeback other than just saying, well, I'm pregnant, like that was going to make a difference. So that was my second being hit on by a married man. And then in the apartment right next to our house, this married couple moved in, and they were older. You know, their children were already grown and out of the house, and they were building a new home. They were very wealthy in that area. Their last name is King, and there are a lot of kings that own a lot of land in that area. And his name was Cletus King, and he was a big old burly looking farmer type looking guy. Although I don't think he farmed anymore because they had all that land and they had sold it to developers and made a lot of money. Drove expensive cars. Well, I was going to have a yard sale or a garage sale. And it was like in November or December. It was pretty cool outside. So he and his wife, we were just going to have a garage sale together. So she was going to bring over a bunch of her clothes and everything, and I was going to get rid of a lot of clothes. So anyway, Cletus, he came and knocked on the door one day, claiming that he needed to measure the garage for the rod that we were going to put up to hang the clothes on. Well, I let him in the house, and it was early in the morning. I still had my robe on, and it was like a satiny robe, and it had this crisscross thing. He just reached up and just grabbed my boob, and I jumped back, and I said, just what the hell are you doing? And I said, get out of here right now. Oh, and that really scared me because he was such a big man. You know, he could have easily overpowered me and raped me. But when John came home from work that day, of course, he had been drinking as usual. And he said, well, you know, what did you do today? And I said, well, Cletus came over to measure the garage for the pole, you know, to hang the clothes on. And I was not going to tell John that he had grabbed my breast. Well, John knew immediately because Cletus was in construction work. And John goes, that is a standard size garage. So John went over there and he started pounding on their door. And when Cletus opened the door, John just punched him right in the face and knocked him backwards. So Cletus got what was coming to him too. So these are just some of my little old stories about being hit on and sexually harassed when I was married and pregnant. So I hope y'all enjoyed it and give me a thumbs up and enjoy your holiday. Bye guys. Keep on coming back.